Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Hakuoki Kyoto wins Harada's route. Now, if you hear some clicking in the background, my husband's playing League of Legends behind me, so just ignore it. Let's just go. Then, at last, as twilight began to fall on Kyoto, they returned. Come on. You're back! Hey, Chizuru. We're back. They were dirty and despondent now, a stark contrast to the excitement and vigor on display when they marched out. Everywhere I looked, I saw uniforms smudged with dirt, dust, and blood. What happened? Did anyone get hurt? No, we're all right. Shinpachi's division wasn't so lucky, though. They were in the front. Most of his men are dead. Oh no. Nagakura had seen his men die. Men who had drunk with him, sparred with him, and patrolled the streets of Kyoto with him. What could I possibly say to him?
Don't worry, they were ready for this. It just doesn't really seem fair, though. There's no way we can charge it. What the hell? We managed to survive, but I don't know if we'll be so lucky the next time we see him. Nagakura.
They were all doing their best to be cheerful, but it was painfully obvious that it was just an act. It was obvious from the start that this war was far different from the likes of Ikeda and or the Hamagiri Rebellion. To think that the once invincible Shinsengumi could be so easily defeated. Boom. Outside, the bombardment continued, unabated. As night began to fall across the city, Hijikata gathered all of the captains together and laid out his plan. Once the sun had fully set, the Fury Corps would head out and attack. In the dark, guns would be harder to aim. Hopefully, that would give the Furies a chance to get close. There weren't enough Furies for a large-scale victory, but Hijikata hoped to blunt the enemy's spear at least a little.
Chizuru, don't go outside, no matter what happens. I'm sure we aren't the only people thinking about attacking at night. There's a good chance they'll try something too.
Okay, I understand. Be careful.
You have to stay inside. Don't come out until morning.
Right. I nodded to Yamazaki and headed back inside. Never before had I felt so irritated by the fact that there was nothing I could do. No matter how I tried to calm myself down, nothing worked. I couldn't stop thinking about Harada and the others. I had just begun pacing when...
Hey, who are you? You're not allowed back here. As I hiccup, sorry.
There was someone having an argument outside.
You!
What was that? I ran toward the entrance.
Ugh, is this really it for guards? None of my business, I guess, but this is just sad.
You. Shiranui's connection to the Choshu explained his presence in Kyoto, but what was he doing in the Fushimi Magistrate's office?
Whoa, calm down. Jeez, dude, you calm down. Of course, if anyone does hear you, I can just off them as they show up. So, I guess getting caught wouldn't be all bad. As he spoke, he drew something silver from the leather pouch on his hip. A gun. Why are you here? Did you come to kidnap me for Kazuma? Ha! Oh, you're serious. Don't be an idiot. What makes you think I'd lift a finger for that asshole?
Then why?
That's my line. What are you doing here? You know you're a demon, right? Humans and demons don't go together. Here, you're...
Why is there a period?
Weird. Here you're the one that's going to get hurt.
Wait, you're one to talk. Aren't you working with the Choshu right now? Well, I'm working with the Shinsengumi. That's all there is to it. Oh my god. I opened my mouth to continue, but the crack of a gunshot took the breath right out of me. I saw the smoke from Shiranui's gun, and felt the bullet hissed past me to slam into the wall. His voice was suddenly low and threatening.
I'm not doing this for the Choshu. You've got to be kidding me. I couldn't care less about those political losers who can't do shit without Takasugi, sorry. If they had stayed on top of their shit, then Takasugi wouldn't have... He could have tried to fight what was already coming. He could have lived longer.
After venting his frustrations, he pulled the trigger, but the bullet merely grazed my cheek before hitting the wall behind me. I didn't know what caused him to feel this way, but I had gathered that his friend Takasugi had passed away, which, I'm sure, caused a lot of grief and doubt in the heart of Shiranui.
Takasugi was a real swell guy. The Choshu are nothing compared to him. It doesn't really matter who comes out on top at the end of all this. Choshu, Satsuma, Tokugawa, they're all the same to me. Anyway, guess the Choshu must have got tired of saying that. Of me saying that, derp. Why am I messing up like crazy? So they kicked me out. The same thing's gonna happen to you. Maybe you think you're all buds, but I bet they're going to get rid of y'all soon. All you do is cause trouble around here by attacking Kazuma and Amagiri.
When he said trouble, it hit me like a rock. They wouldn't do that.
Fine then. How about you tell me why all your friends went out there and left you here all alone? Oh no, wait. It's because they're protecting you, right? Because you're a girl? No. They just think you're a pain in the ass. Hell, they're probably thinking about how they're gonna get rid of you now.
His words felt like a knife in my heart. Suddenly I remembered what Harada had said to me earlier that day. Bright light.
Shouldn't you be free by now?
That was quick.
What's that look supposed to mean? Aw, did your friends already tell you to leave? Didn't figure it out before, did ya?
No. Harada hadn't said that because he thought I was a nuisance. At least, that was what I thought. No, he wasn't like that. I don't care what you say. I'm not leaving. I'm not a demon. I'm one of them. The words were scarcely out of my mouth when the crack of a second gunshot slammed into my eardrums. I felt a sharp pain on my cheek. My hand flew to it and came away with warm, sticky blood. I barely had time to think about it, however, before the wound began to close. In mere moments, it was gone, as if it had never been there to begin with. Oh.
Makes you wonder what the guys over at the Shinsengumi will think if they see that. You know what I'm saying is true, right? You're a monster. You don't belong with humans. You really think your friends are going to stick around once they see that? You're a monster to them.
Shiranui's words made my body shake. I knew that if it were Harada looking at me, it wouldn't faze him to see me like this. But at the same time, he'd lived his entire life as a normal human being. I wonder what he'd think if he were to witness my powers firsthand. The thought of him seeing them made me shiver. Just then,
I had a bad feeling, so I came back. Didn't think I'd find you here.
Harada?
Are you all right, Chizuru? Did he hurt you?
No, I'm all right. I'm okay.
Ha! That's funny. You asking her if she got hurt? What's so funny about that? And stop that laughing. It's pissing me off. She isn't hurt because she can't get hurt. Stab her and it just heals. This girl is a demon. She's not so pathetic. She needs some weak-ass humans protecting her.
Every word out of his mouth hit me like a dagger. But even as Shiranui mocked him, Harada's expression didn't change.
We know she's a demon already. So? I don't care what she is. What matters is that she fought with us.
There was no hint of doubt in his voice. He really did see me as one of them. Harada shifted his head slightly and lowered his voice to a whisper that only I could hear.
Chizuru, I'll take care of this guy. You need to run for it.
But...
No buts. Just get out of here, all right? You're just gonna get in my way if you stick around. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna run away. Bye! But be careful. Shiranui is very powerful. Butterfly! Hey, who do you think you're talking to? I fought him many times. I know what he's capable of.
He grinned, and I felt some of the tightness in my chest fade. Everything would be all right. Harada was a great swordsman. He wouldn't lose. I turned to run when...
Whoa, not so fast.
I heard the crack of a gun firing. Ah! I felt hot blood dripping from my shoulder.
You're despicable. When Takasugi was still alive, I would have never abandoned him like that. Chizuru, come this way.
Harada pulled my arms, moving me behind his back.
Who you calling despicable? You should know better than to shoot a woman in front of me. Ha! Look again. That wound is nothing but a small taste of flesh for someone like her. What are you talking about? Oopsies, why did it do that?
The wound still hurt, but the pain was already less, and I could feel the ragged hole beginning to close. He stared, stunned at my shoulder as the blood slowed, then stopped, and the flesh closed itself. He was wearing a peculiar expression, as if he were struggling to put to words what he'd seen. As if he had just seen a monster.
Why does he keep doing that? I told you she's a monster. Time to get serious, then. Jeez.
The gun in Shiranui's hand barked with shot after shot.
Damn it!
Even if Harada could continue to dodge the bullets and hit Shiranui again, the wound would just heal almost immediately.
Ha! You idiot! When will you learn? You're gonna fail no matter how hard you try.
I unsheathed my sword, trying to back him up.
Out of my way, girl!
Ah! The fight was beginning to take its toll on him. Harada had started to sweat, and I could see his movements slowing, as if he were doing nothing that required more exertion than a relaxed stroll.
Jeez. Gah!
A bullet cracked against Harada's spear, and it jumped out of his hand.
Jeez.
CG! Oh, my Harada boy. So far, I think his route is my favorite.
Looks like it's over.
His face loomed over us as the barrel of his gun trained itself on Harada's head.
I have to admit, though, you're pretty impressive for a human. So, as a little reward, I'll listen to your last words, whatever you want to say.
He was breathing heavily now, but the fire in his eyes as he glared at Shiranui was undimmed. At this rate, Harada will be killed. Shiranui.
Huh? What?
If I go with you, will you let Harada go?
What the hell are you talking about, Chizuru? Spitting in a man's face, huh? Like I said earlier, pal, she's not the weakling you think she is. You don't have to protect her.
Harada bit his lips, and he glared at the floor, but after a moment he spoke out.
Even if she has powers, and I don't, or even if she doesn't need my help, it's still no reason for me to stop protecting her. A man always looks after his lady.
Harada! Why did he always put his own life in danger so needlessly? Harada still had so much to offer to himself, let alone the Shinsengumi.
Damn, you're way more boring than I thought. I thought you'd have a little more spirit in you. I don't blame you for losing to those Choshu guys. You've all just got too much on your plates. I'm sick of playing with you now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kill you now. Later.
I could see his finger tightening on the trigger. This was it. We were gonna die.
Who's this? I don't know who to guess this as, so I'm just gonna go, surprising to think there is someone foolish enough to try to attack the Shinsengumi's headquarters in the middle of the war. The voice is familiar, which I don't know who it is. Oh, it's Sanon. Oh, weird. Okay, I didn't expect that at all. What is it they say? Speak of the devil as he appears? I don't recall anyone here speaking of you.
Sano, Chizuru, are you guys alright?
Ugh. He was dull, but you two are worse. This is getting to be a real pain, so I'm gonna let you go this time. You know what you saw, right? That girl's a monster. Your life already pathetically short. If I were you, I'd live a little more wisely. What the hell did you just say to me? That goes for you too, girl. If you don't want them to suffer, just do them a favor and let them get the hell out of here. They're not out here waging war just to protect some demon girl. Men fight because their life pulls them for a greater cause. You. But he was gone, like a puff of smoke. Damn it. Harada pounded a fist into the nearest wall. What the hell was that? I could barely touch him. Does that mean that this bastard went easy on me last time?
Don't beat yourself up. That guy's a monster. You're just a human, Sano. You can't beat something like that.
Harada, if you had only drunk the water of life, as I asked of you, you might have had a better chance despite the difference in your powers. Why didn't you drink it?
Well, kind of put me on the spot by asking us if we drink it or not, right? I just didn't think it was worth it to drink it just so I'd win a fight. Not much else to it.
I see. So what you're saying is you wouldn't want to end up like us, like a monster. Is that it?
That's not what I said at all. Mind not twisting my words for me? Sanon's implication was a little harsh.
Are you alright, Yukimura? There's blood on your shoulder.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm not injured.
There's a hole here in your shirt, as if the bullet passed through it. Were you shot?
Well,
Ah, so this is power of a demon. It appears I was right all along. Compared to us Furies, your healing powers are beyond anything I've seen.
Sanan? I sensed an abnormal amount of intensity in his voice, and I called his name out of concern.
I've no doubt the Fury Core will be key in our fight against the demons.
I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!